Okay, welcome to Wings Over Broadway. I'm Camino Seco, way out here, East Tucson, far away from Sausalito. And my name is Andy Morales for All Sports Tucson. And behind the camera there is my brother Javier Morales. And we have four Walden Road guys. We have Rick Avelar III. We have Jordan, Alex Lopez, and Ismael Gallardo. Line, he prefers to play defensive line. Can you tell me why you prefer to play defense? Can you tell me why you prefer to play defense over offensive line?
I just like to. Oh, sorry. I just like to hit, especially getting the quarterback. But it's just more fun. I mean, of course, I like offensive line too, but just being out there flying around and just hitting is what it's all about right there.
I saw a lot of hits in that Gilbert game. It was hard to see who was getting all the sacks. Yeah, especially it's hard to tell your numbers on your jersey. I just said, oh, that's a group sack. But you're also one of the top defenders in the state. You're also one of the top wrestlers in the state. So does wrestling help out your football, or does football help out your wrestling, or how does that work out?
Well, for wrestling and football, they help out with my conditioning. Most of the wrestling, I get kind of skinny during wrestling season, so it's kind of hard to put back on the weight, but it helps out a lot with just conditioning-wise.
Which do you prefer?
I prefer football. I prefer football more. It's more of a team sport. Wrestling is a lot of it. It's just individual.
It's an individual, but you also won a state championship last year, and I was there, and I'm trying to convince my brother to go with me this year. Your guys' eyes were like, we have a state championship. That was just an incredible. If people haven't been to Prescott for the wrestling championship, that's a great atmosphere. Did you guys go? You guys should go and watch. Yeah. So you guys had a great game, all of you, and we picked the player of the week with APS Digital. Does all the printing, and the Tucson Conquistadors. They have a lot of input in esports in the Southern Arizona, and they picked the Twins here. Obviously you throw all the passes, you catch all the passes. You throw and you catch. But I'm sure you can do it if you wanted to, right? Okay. But, and I played and my brother played, and we know that it's a team sport. So sometimes it's uncomfortable for me to hand someone a plaque when I know him. The reason you're catching all the passes or whatever is because this guy hit the quarterback on the other team and you got the ball back, or this guy sacked, or he blocked for you. So it's I hope in spirit you guys realize it's a team sport, and you each got a plaque. Do we have the plaque? So I can read them so the people can, and then you guys can talk about that game and what happened. So we have one plaque here from the Conquistadors for Alex Lopez, quarterback, over here. 335 yards, 3 TDs. And can you tell me about that game against Gilbert?
Going to the game against Glendale, we prepared a lot. Coach talked about offensively, got to go smooth this year better than last year, and defensively, we just prepared so much on the defensive side how to stop number 2 and just to get them down so the offense go back on the ball, and just a lot of short game this week, not a lot of long games. So we just did a short game a lot. That's how the game went.
Keep on saying Gilbert, but it was Glendale. I don't think it mattered who was on the field that day. And then all these. Like I joke with your coach, you're a receiver, but I think the other quarterback thought you were his receiver too. So tell me about your total game offense and defense. I know you were chosen. We just had David Kelly here, and you guys missed him. He chose you as their player of the week. So tell me about your game last week.
So mostly I'm an offensive player, but this year I got the ability and the chance to play defense, which I'm an all-around athlete, so I can make plays on both sides of the ball. And when I was a young kid and freshman coming out to varsity, to my sophomore year, tools that I could have hit, and I wanted to prove them wrong. And then this year I played defense, and I did prove them wrong. I can actually hit, I can tackle, and play both ways. And on the offense side of the ball, O-line did a great job. And, we got other receivers, Kai McDermott, Alex Culbertson, and Hector Nahar. They do their job, opening up ways for me to get the ball. And, it was just a great game all around.
Yeah, we don't have Welke here, but that was an incredible hit he had on their quarterback. He went through there and that ball just came score. I can't remember who recovered that fumble, but that was, I think their first 6 plays were fumble, interception, loss of downs, fumble. They couldn't do anything against you guys. Can you tell me about that defense? Were you guys stoked about that first half?
Yeah, that first half it was just big for us to see how we competed against them, and we realized that we could come out here and shut them out, and it was really cool to see our defense just come together as one, just play together.
And Glendale, they're not a slouch team. They have one of the best players in the state on their team, and he had a couple of good plays where you can see where, oh, this guy's really good. I think he broke a couple of plays, and what I was amazed, and he's battling Bijan for the TD title. He finally got one in that year game, but I was amazed after the game how you guys came up and you guys were like friends. I'm like, what's going on here? And can you talk about that a little bit? Did you know him? Was that you guys or was that somebody else? Okay.
He's a great competitor. I love competing against him. He was really cool on the field. Like during football games, there might be some smack talking, but even with their O-line and him, it was just all just cracking jokes against each other. There's no just like insults or anything. It was a fun game.
You're going to be playing Rio Rico. Chance to go to 5-1. And what year are you again? Senior? So tell me what you're looking for in this game. How are you making sure you're not looking forward to Pueblo or Amphi to win that region title? You know you have to win every week to get there. So how are you going to focus on Rio Rico?
Well, like our coach says, every day we go 1-0. That's the goal, and just taking it step by step and preparing for the game on Friday and not focusing on anything else is the key. You just want to focus on this week and always push forward and strive to be better. So,
obviously 4A, you guys get an automatic berth, and you guys are right there. You're probably going to get one anyway from ranking. So tell me, and I think you won the region actually, right? So tell me about the community feel for this team. You went from freshmen who, you were competitive, but you weren't at this level. Now everyone in the state knows Walden Grove, where there was a time, and I talked to Coach earlier, where I was the only one in Southern Arizona who knew what Walden Grove was. Some media members didn't even believe me that there was a Walden Grove. So to talk about that, the progress, and now your state A1.
Well, I think all of us have grown up playing youth football as kids, and that really helps us. Chemistry builds together. All four of us grew up on the same team. We were young, same rest of our teammates. We just come together and play as one. It's like we were playing youth ball when we were little, but now it's a little bit more competitive and we're more skilled, and our knowledge is better for the game. So it really helps our team, and that's why we're statewide.
And you play soccer, right? No, you play. So does he flop?
No, he just cramps up a lot.
All right, I just noticed a lot of boys soccer players flop when I'm out there, but you guys are great in a lot of sports. Your dance team is internationally known. So have you guys seen that? Or does that distract from you guys? I don't know. Do you have friends on the dance team?
Yeah, I got a couple of friends on the dance team. It's always nice to know that they're bringing more attention to our school, but also we got to see from us,
Okay, so great. You want to introduce who's here today? So who has family here? So introduce your family.
So my mom's right there. Kari. It's my little brother Sebastian, and my dad Ismael.
And I think he wants to play for South Point, but we'll talk about that later. And he said he's probably better than you guys. I think we're going to interview him later. And can you interview your family?
Yeah, I got my mom Javier, my mom Lenore, girlfriend Ashley here. Yeah.
That's your girlfriend right there, so we can talk to her later also. So you obviously have the same family, and your family. Can you talk a little bit about that's your family also? So tell me about the relationship you have with these two guys. Not very many people know that, and how that all works out.
We've been playing together since we were kids, and it's just amazing to grow up together and be on the same team. And we're cousins. Yeah, we're cousins. I basically grew up in their house. They grew up in my house. It's just we're never kind of like brothers, but technically cousins. It's just love competing against them.
Yeah, when I was a cousin, my aunt was actually, that was like a mom. So it was all one big family, and it still is. And so thanks for coming to Wings Over Broadway. I know it's a far away. Your JV's playing right now. I don't know how they're doing, but and thanks for coming. Congratulations on your award. And, you know, we'll be there during the playoffs. We'll also be there for wrestling. We'll be there for soccer. And unfortunately, it's a cold season, the coldest games. And do you play other sports, or do you focus on?
I do track and field. I mean, I do the field part, but yeah, I do shot put, disc, and gag. So.
Cool. So my name is Andy Morales. Javier Morales is here, and we're at Wingo Broadway and Camino Seco, All Sports Tucson. And thanks to Coach Noble. Thanks for you guys to come out here. Thank you.